I want you to picture something. You're scrolling through Facebook or, maybe you're looking over your aunt's shoulder while she scrolls. And you see it. It's an image of Jesus Christ.
Right.
But it's not a painting. It's not stained glass. He is made, and I am not kidding, entirely out of shrimp.
Thousands of little glistening pink crustaceans.
Arranged in the shape of the Messiah. Or maybe it's a photo of a muddy kid building a sandcastle, except the kid is, clearly made of plastic water bottles. It's absurd. It's nightmare fuel.
And yet, when you look at the bottom of the post...
That is the part that just breaks my brain. It has 200,000 likes, 10,000 comments, and they aren't saying, what is this horror? They're all, amen, God bless, beautiful work.
It's this massive, completely unironic wave of adoration for Shrimp Jesus.
Exactly.
You've just stumbled into what some people call the boomer trap. But we need to look a little closer at those comments. Security researchers from Stanford and Georgetown actually dug into this whole phenomenon. They analyzed those 10,000 amens, and what they found is much, much weirder than just gullible people.
Please don't tell me the grandmas are fake too.
The majority of them, yeah, absolutely. It's what they call a zombie loop. You have AI generators like Midjourney creating the shrimp images, they post them to Facebook, and then other AI agents, bot farms, are programmed to like and comment to boost engagement.
So wait, let me get this straight. The creator is a robot? The viewer is a robot. The commenter is a robot. The entire interaction is just machines high-fiving machines over a picture of a crustacean deity. And we, the humans, are just bystanders.
We're the product being sold the ad space on the side of the screen.
Welcome, listeners, to another Mind My MashUps deep dive where we unravel mysteries, spark curiosity, and make sense of complex ideas together.
And today's going to be a strange one. We're looking at the very fabric of the internet itself.
And frankly, looking at this source material, I am feeling a little paranoid. I'm taking the role of the prosecution today, the skeptic, because it really feels like the internet has become a zombie mall.
A zombie mall.
Yeah, you know the feeling. You walk into a shopping center, the lights are on, there's music playing, but when you actually look in the stores, there's nobody home. It's all just a facade, a Potemkin Village.
I see where you're going, but I'm here for the defense. I'm going to argue that while the mall might look empty or overrun by zombies, the people haven't vanished.
So where'd they go?
They've just gone somewhere else. We're going to talk about the dark forest theory.
I want to believe you. I really do. But before we get to your defense, I need to lay out the crime scene. We have to talk about the dead internet theory.
Let's get into it. This started as a fringe conspiracy, right?
Yeah. It traces back to a user named Illuminat Pirate on a forum called Agora Road back in 2021. And this user posted a theory claiming the real internet actually died around 2016 or 2017.
That recently.
Yeah. The claim was that everything since then, viral tweets, trends, outrage cycles, it's all just an algorithmic hallucination. It's not humans talking to humans anymore. And, for a while, people just laughed at this.
It sounds like something from a flat earth board.
Exactly. But then the data started catching up to the conspiracy.
The numbers are pretty staggering.
We have the 2024 Imperva Bad Bot Report in our sources. So this isn't some blog post. It's serious network analysis. And they found a tipping point. As of their report, 49.6% of all internet traffic is non-human.
Almost half.
Half. If you walk into a crowded room online, statistically, every other person you bump into is a script. And it gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yeah, the report breaks it down. Bad bots, so malicious scrapers, spammers, impersonators, they account for 32% of all traffic.
And that number is just skyrocketing because of how cheap it is to build them with AI.
Right. It creates this incredibly lonely image. It feels like we're screaming into a void, but the void isn't empty. It's populated by calculators pretending to be people.
It's that zombie loop we started with.
It is. If I tweet something and 5 accounts reply, but they're all just scripts, did I actually say anything? Or am I just feeding data to a machine?
That is the existential dread setting in. But let me step in as the defense here. I want to reframe these statistics because I think the dead internet label is a bit dramatic.
Dramatic. Half the traffic is fake. How is that dramatic?
Because not all bots are fake people trying to trick you. A huge chunk of that 50% is what we call utility traffic.
Okay, hold on. Define that for me. Because to me, a bot is a bot.
Sure. Think about what keeps the web running. You have search engine crawlers indexing pages so you can find them on Google. You have copyright scanners, API calls between apps.
You're going to have to break down API calls.
Okay, think of an API call like a waiter. You're the customer in an app, the kitchen is the server with the data, the API is just the messenger running back and forth.
So it's infrastructure.
It's just infrastructure. If you strip all of that away, the internet breaks. So saying the internet is dead because of maintenance trucks on the highway, it's just not the full picture.
Okay, I'll grant you the maintenance trucks.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain the silence. The public square, places like X or public Facebook pages, it feels hostile. It feels empty of real conversation.
And that is where the dark forest theory comes in. It's a concept from Yancey Strickler, the co-founder of Kickstarter, back in 2019. He based it on Lou Sixon's novel, The Three-Body Problem.
I know the book. It's bleak.
Very bleak. In the novel, the universe is a dark forest. There are predators everywhere, so if you light a fire and shout, "Here I am," you get eaten.
So intelligent life learns to stay quiet.
Exactly, and that's what we're doing online. The open web became a dark forest. It's full of trolls, advertisers, surveillance bots, and, shrimp Jesus. It's raining acid, as one metaphor puts it.
So we retreated.
We didn't disappear, we just migrated. To Discord servers, WhatsApp groups, Slack channels, we moved from the town square to the living room.
So the silence is actually a sign of intelligence.
It's proof of it. We were smart enough to get out of the rain.
See, I want to find that comforting. I really do. But it feels like we ceded the public space to the machines. And here's where I have to bring the mood down again. Even if we're hiding in our living rooms, the tech chasing us is getting terrifying.
You're talking about the fanabots.
Yeah. This is the part of the deep dive where we shift from annoying spam to like a full-on Black Mirror nightmare. The sources mention a specific patent from Microsoft, US 1A53717B2.
Creating a conversational chatbot of a specific person.
That's the headline. But the fine print, it gets visceral. It details using social data, images, voice data, to train a chatbot to mimic a specific person's personality. And it explicitly mentions past entities.
Deceased relatives.
It's digital mediums. Think about how these LLMs work. They're trained on the Internet Archive, on Reddit threads from 2013, forums from 2010.
Those users might not even be around anymore.
Right. But the model has learned their speech patterns, their jokes, their arguments. So when you prompt an AI, you could be summoning a linguistic ghost without even knowing it.
Yeah.
But the patent suggests doing it on purpose. And it raises this massive question. If I upload my entire text history to a fanabot so my great-grandkids can chat with me, am I living forever? Or is that the ultimate dead internet, a web populated entirely by ghosts?
It blurs the line between memory and simulation, between presence and an echo.
It's terrifying.
It is, but it's also, a desperate attempt to hold on to connection.
If this is resonating, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next deep dive.
Now, I want to pivot back to your zombie mall theory, because while I argue we're hiding in the dark forest, I have to admit, the entities moving into those empty shops are getting much harder to spot.
See? I knew the prosecution had a case. It's not just about, obviously, fake shrimp anymore. It's about entities that look human, act human, and take money like humans, but they aren't. We have to talk about case study A, the Aitana Lopez experiment.
Oh, yes. Aitana Lopez. For anyone who hasn't seen her, she is, on the surface, the perfect fitness influencer at FitAtana on Instagram. Pink hair, incredibly fit, over 300,000 followers.
She does not exist.
0% human. She is just pixels in code.
She was created by an agency called The Clueless. And the reason why is just so cynical. They said they were tired of real influencers having too much ego.
Real people are difficult. They flake on shoots, they demand more money, they have bad days.
So they just built a digital puppet. And it worked.
Oh, it works. The report says she generates between 4,000 and 10,000 euros a month in brand deals.
Brands are paying a robot to hold their protein shakes. But here's the dead internet angle that really makes me question our sanity. Her bio eventually said she was AI. It wasn't a secret.
Yeah.
But men, presumably human men, were still sending her DMs asking for dates.
Right. Commenting on her beauty as if she can hear them.
What does that even say about us? It says authenticity is no longer required for influence or for attraction. We don't care that she's code. We're content with the simulation. The mall's full of mannequins, and we're trying to ask them out.
It definitely supports the idea that we're lowering our standards for connection, but I think case study B is even more dangerous.
The Amazon zombie library. This one makes me angry.
This is AI slop hitting the literary world.
Yeah, so in 2024, 2025, Amazon gets this flood of AI biographies. The mechanism is so simple and cynical. A famous person dies or makes the news.
And within hours.
Sometimes minutes. Bots scrape the breaking news, feed it to an LLM, and say, write a 50-page biography.
And it spits out absolute garbage. Hallucinations, made-up facts, repetitive sentences.
They slap a stock photo on it, upload it to Kindle Unlimited, and just catch all that initial search traffic.
It's a volume game. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be first.
But the victim here, Kara Swisher, the tech journalist, found fake biographies under her own name, not just about her, written by her.
That's identity theft on an intellectual level.
Exactly. And think what this does to the historical record. We're not just reading bot tweets anymore. We are reading bot books. If you're a student in 5 years doing research, how do you know if your source was written by a historian or a bot that spent 30 seconds hallucinating?
You might not know. And that connects to this philosophical concept in our notes called epistemic nihilism.
Okay, let's unpack that. That sounds heavy, but I feel like it's exactly what I'm feeling.
It is heavy. Epistemic nihilism is the idea that if you can't tell if a video or a photo is real, you eventually just stop caring. You assume everything is fake.
I feel that. I see a video of a war zone now, and there's this little voice in my head that just goes, is this AI? Is this from a video game?
And the consequence of that is a loss of empathy. If your brain says probably AI, you scroll past, you don't engage. And that's the real danger of the zombie mall. It's not just that the bots are there, it's that they make us numb to the real humans still shouting for help.
Wow, that hits hard. It's like we're building a callus over our collective consciousness just to protect ourselves. So, counselor, you're the defense. Give me some hope. Is there a way out?
Yeah.
Or are we just doomed to drown in slop?
Well, there is a counterintuitive kind of hope. It's a concept called model collapse.
Model collapse. It sounds like a runaway disaster.
It's a technical term in AI research. So think about how these models learn. They need data. They scrape the internet.
Right.
But now, as we've established, the internet is 50% AI-generated content.
So they're scraping other bots.
Exactly. It's like informational inbreeding, the Habsburg AI metaphor. If you make a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, eventually the image just degrades into sludge.
And loses all the detail.
AI needs human creativity and weirdness to stay smart. If it just trains on its own average output, the models become unstable. They get dumber.
So the dead internet might actually self-correct.
Yeah.
The bots might poison themselves.
That's the cleaning fire theory. The public web becomes so unusable, so filled with garbage, that the bots break the very models that created them. And this forces us, the humans, to build something new.
So the dead internet is the forest fire we need to clear the brush.
It's a possibility. It suggests this zombie mall era isn't the end, but a painful transition. We're molting. Maybe we return to web of trust networks or strict human verification.
I like that image better. But it still requires us to be active, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We have to curate. We have to seek out those dark forest communities. We have to verify our sources. Connection is still possible, but you can't just rely on the algorithm to feed it to you anymore.
We have to become explorers again.
And we have to value the human signal when we find it. When you see something messy or flawed or genuinely emotional, cherish that. That's the proof of life.
Well, this has been a trip. We went from shrimp Jesus to digital ghosts to the potential self-destruction of AI. I'm still angry about the Amazon books, but I feel slightly less alone.
Just another day on the web.
Before we go, I want to leave you, our listener, with a final provocative thought, something to mull over.
Let's hear it.
If I am arguing with a bot on Twitter, I don't know it's a bot, but it passes the Turing test, and it makes me furious. I mean, genuine, heart-racing anger. Does it matter that it's fake? Or is the feeling of anger real enough to make the interaction real?
That is going to keep me up tonight.
Me too. Find Mind on MashUps everywhere you listen. Amazon Music, Audible, Facebook, Pocket Casts, Spotify, TikTok, and YouTube. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective could shape our next deep dive. Thanks for listening, and stay human out there.